had to say about his future during a radio interview. This is before the Super Bowl.
I haven't put too much thought into those things other than understanding the situation I'm in, which I knew I was going to be in at the beginning of the year, and just taking these things day by day. And again, the reality for me is the season didn't end that long ago, and it's still time to decompress a bit, and that'll happen and continue to happen after the season. And I'll take those days as I need them and deal with the different emotions, and ultimately when the time comes to decide what's next, that's what I'll do.
Okay, well, last week Tom Brady posted this cryptic photo. It turns out it was a teaser for a Hulu Super Bowl ad where he said he wasn't going anywhere. But guys, what are the chances we see Tom Brady in a different uniform in 2020? 30 mil is a lot of money.
I like Lil Nas X commercial better.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fine. The Brady one was fine, too. I think very little. I still haven't gotten there. And guys, not to wax my own car, but I have a pretty good success rate with these Patriots things. I've told you Gronk wasn't coming back. I told you McDaniels was not leaving. And I don't think Brady's leaving either, but it's up to New England. It's very simple. Like, I don't think he's coming back for another year of Jules and company. We just rolled the highlight package of Brady. He's throwing a touchdown pass to a linebacker, and I think there was a Matt Lacoste sighting. He's not coming back for that. It's really simple. This is fortuitous for the Patriots, and this is all going down in a year that is loaded with free agents, sterling guys, and you can Amari Cooper. How about Austin Hooper, Eric Ebron, just guys who are weapons.
How about A.J. Green?
How about A.J. Green? You think Bill Belichick doesn't salivate over A.J. Green? That's a Bill Belichick type of guy. My onus has always been put directly on Belichick and Robert Kraft. If you're going to break your heart to see Tom Brady in another uniform, then bring the toys to keep him. I think Brady wants to stay, but he's not showing up to just play with the scraps again. He's over that. He's done that. Bring him the toys and he'll stay.
Well, listen, you said not to wax your own car. Well, not to inflate my own tire or clean my own windows here. But I said it before the playoff game, win or loss, Brady is coming back. I said it on this table because if he wins, he's still got the taste. He still has the taste of being successful. And if he loses, there's no way he's going to sit there for the rest of his life with that taste or that L sitting there on his mind. So for me, he's going to be back in a Patriots uniform. I said it before, he's the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's also thrived in the greatest system of all time, and that's not disrespect at all. Listen, we all have to thrive in a system. We are at work. We are working seamlessly in the system that's the NFL Network on Good Morning Football. Any great quarterback, any great player, they're all thriving in a specific system. Tom Brady does not want to go anywhere else where he's going to risk being in a system that he doesn't understand, that he doesn't have a rhythm with, and then go and playing with wide receivers that don't understand him and the way he plays.
I love this La La Land you two are living in, where Brady's going to come back, get paid $30 million, and have A.J. Green to throw to in a system.
I don't know about that.
How do you work out the math there?
I don't know about A.J. Green.
That's not going to happen.
But what I do know, when you survive in a system like the Patriots, you have to adjust to Tom Brady. Tom Brady would have to go somewhere else and start to learn other receivers. The joy that he has is once he lines up as a quarterback for the Patriots, everybody that puts on that jersey, they either adjust or they're out of there. You remember Chad Johnson in that experiment?
Yeah.
He was one of the best receivers to play.
That's what happened last year, and he was miserable the whole time, or at least I don't know that, but he looked it. He had to teach those receivers, and they weren't at his speed.
Look, you guys are both taking a victory lap. You're talking about waxing your own car. You're pumping your own
been right.
So then why hasn't Tom Brady come out and just said, I want to come back to the Patriots?
I think he wants to see what they're going to do.
He wants to see what they're going to do. He also wants to see his market. He also wants to have a little leverage in this thing. And I think there are several different teams that could be looking to give him the world.
Do you think there's a knight in shining armor, like one that you love?
No, there isn't. That's the thing. I don't think. I mean,
it's not a perfect landing spot.
There isn't, but here's the deal. He's a human like all of us. Maybe for once in his life, he wants to be courted. You know, and I know that sounds crazy considering Tom Brady is feted like a king. Yeah. But maybe he does want to at least explore other options. And this is the first time in his career he is a pure free agent. The first time in his 20-year career he can at least smell other roses and sniff other waters. If he wants to take a meeting with the Miami Dolphins, why not? If he wants to take a meeting with the Indianapolis Colts, why not? If he wants to take a meeting with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it is in his right to do so. What gets interesting is that all these other teams that have quarterback situations in flux are waiting on Brady. So here he is saying, I'm just going to wait and see how things come out. Then we can talk about the terms, all this stuff. Free agency is going to start, and like we saw with Kirk Cousins when the Broncos said, you know what, if we can't get Cousins, we're going to jump the gun and get Case Keenum. Like, seats are going to be filled. It's going to be a wild rush. And until Brady comes out and says, I'm coming back to the Patriots, I'm not buying that number 12 Patriots jersey for next year because he's been there 20 years. In every single offseason, he has been a Patriot. This is the first offseason he can determine what he wants to do.
They struggled.
And be completely free to look and explore. At least smell the roses.
Sure, yeah,
They
go for it.
struggled in free agency last year. Adam Humphrey said, no thanks, I'm actually good. There's other teams and other places that smell better and look better, and they
Where are
get
those
paid.
places? You guys keep talking about these other places. Please tell me.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can't pay Brady and build a team too, and that's what you're saying is going to happen.
I never said $30 million. Like I don't think that's going to. I don't think he's going to break the bank. No.
You think he's going to take another hometown discount?
Yeah, I think he'll get paid well, but I don't think some of that $30 million crazy things.
You say crazy, but like honestly, he can't be the 17th highest paid quarterback.
Why not? He's done it for 20 years.
What is he?
You know?
What is he?
Peter, hold on. Peter, you talked to Brady for a long time.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I know you talked about the topic of like who he had around him. Like, is he not headed up to here with that? Is that not going to be the reason he leaves New England?
What was so frustrating for Brady this year, and I talked to him directly, and I think it's been well reported otherwise, is that he has a standard of excellence that's at this high, and it was impossible to get there this year.
You couldn't do it.
And it was just impossible. There was no way with rookie receivers, and it's not on them. It's on the management to bring in talent. You cannot tell Jacoby Myers to go out there and be a veteran receiver in his first season in the NFL. So I agree. If they're going to get Brady back, they have to commit to free agent signings.
Like if they offer him $38 million 2 years, I don't think he's taking it unless there's guys to play.
Yeah.
He can make another $70 million if he wants to, but not with those guys. Like he's not going to go out at 7 and 9 on a shield. I just don't think he's going to do that.
I think it's odd to assume that Brady is leaving somewhere and the first thing that's on his mind, his priority, is money. At this point, and maybe I'm counting his pockets, and I say that you shouldn't do that with professional athletes. And maybe I'm counting his wife's pockets, too.
Sure.
I just feel like he's not leaving New England to go get a big check somewhere. I think if he is leaving New England, he's going to win a championship. So if that's the case, how many teams can build around Tom Brady right now?
In 2 years only, you got to win.
2 years only. And we do know this, regardless of him struggling, regardless of him being frustrated, regardless of him being disappointed this year, they still won the playoffs. They still had a good season. So why would you leave that situation and really shake the dice with a couple of strangers playing wide receiver and a running back that you don't know? Oh, and not to mention an offensive coordinator that doesn't know you and how you like to do things.
I don't have the destination. I don't have it, and I know that all the teams that are in contention have their guy already at quarterback. That's what's tough.
The Titans haven't signed Ryan Tannehill yet. They've been mentioned as a team that might want to go after Brady with all those New England connections. There's a lot of weird buzz that does not come from them that the Detroit Lions have the number 3 pick and they might want to go quarterback, and who knows, maybe Matt Stafford's on the block. Like, there are a million different ways this thing can go. And yet, you're right, Kay. It's not like it was Peyton Manning and like Denver made a lot of sense.
And Peyton Manning had Andrew Luck. And Favre went to the Vikings because Rodgers was there. There's no factor pushing him out to overcome the inertia. The only way Brady is leaving the Patriots and changing the whole face of his legacy is like, I can't say no to that. We can win a Super Bowl and I'm going to get... I don't see the white...
Does L.A. do anything for you? The Chargers?
Yeah, I like it.
Maybe. And he's going to be like a puppet to sell tickets at a new stadium. I like the fit on the football field, sure, but like, does
Gets
Brady
to
want to
take
move
on
to LA?
Mahomes twice a year, here for it.
And we also have to consider Brady over the last couple of seasons has been taking his time in the offseason. Remember, he was in Costa Rica riding horses. Like, he can pull the ultimate vet move now, almost Brett Favre-ish, and say, you know what? I'm not going to sign right now because I don't want to go to voluntary workouts. I don't want to be obligated to show up over the summer. I want to chill, kick it with my family. I'll see y'all in late June, July, maybe even August. That's why he's taking his time. Not because he wants to sign somewhere else, because he wants to chill this offseason.
I don't think money's his driving factor. That's obvious. It never has been. I mean, he got paid probably pretty well for that Super Bowl commercial. Though. It's not like it's not a factor. And also, I think at a certain point in your career, the money that you've made, the team that you've won 6 championships for, it equates to more than money. Money isn't money. Money is respect.
Yeah, and there also is there's a respect value where it's like, why am I being... But there's also at some point, maybe you do want to... Like Michael Jordan did that with the Bulls. He was like, I'm going to make $35 million a year.
He did.
And I'm sorry.
1-year deals.
And I'm going to take 1-year deals. And they did it. Like, Tina Fey's in a commercial where she's getting licked by someone.
I
like,
saw that,
money,
Mayhem.
People like money. Like, it's not a crazy thing to say, I want more money. And Brady might at one point say, you know what, this time around, I do want more money.
But I don't think Tina Fey is married to, like, the worldwide most famous male model either, as far as I know.
And speaking of that commercial, what's the Patriots insurance plan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what do they do? That's the
Are the Patriots in good hands?
Different company.
Do they bring in Phillip Rivers? Would they bring